By far, the biggest heartthrob of today is Timothée Chalamet. He's the acting prodigy with the looks to back it up. But does his outside persona really match who he is? Find out on this episode of Classic Charm. If you don't know him already, Timothée Chalamet is what people are calling the next Leonardo DiCaprio. He's dating Johnny Depp's daughter, Lily Rose Depp. He was nominated for Best Actor in the Academy Awards for the movie Call Me By Your Name, and ever since then has been the movie industry's golden child. He has this look that makes women go wild. Perhaps it's the model-esque features like the razor-sharp cheekbones or the naturally hazy bedroom eyes. And why does he get to have dinner with Kid Cudi and Kanye West? But let's peel back the layers of this seemingly flawless new superstar. What makes him tick? Is it just his looks, or is there something more to it? If you're new to this channel by now, I spend a lot of time, and I mean a lot, analyzing the world's most charming men. And my analysis for Timothée was no different. First, I want to demystify Timothée's crazy attractiveness. Along with his stellar acting, Timothée is especially known for his impeccable sense of style. Every award show, he seems to outdo himself and stun the world with his sartorial choices. Coincidentally, the day after one of his biggest award show appearances, I was sitting with my girlfriend at a Venice restaurant when guess who walks right next to my table? Yup, Lil Timothée Chalamet. But the funny thing is, nobody noticed him. I checked. Why? It's because when Tim is dressed like a normal 23-year-old, he looks like a normal 23-year-old. Almost indiscernible from someone else. But it's just that little extra mile he goes when his appearance slaps you real hard across the tuchus. Smart, elegant choices in your style could change everything. Next, his hair seems to morph him into a completely different person. Check out Timmy with his normal haircut. He looks like a runway model, right? Okay, now look at him when he has much shorter hair. He looks completely different. Also, notice the width of his neck, and notice how his neck is much wider here. It's actually the width of his entire head. That little change makes a world of a difference. Does this mean you should grow your hair long and try to look exactly like Timothée? No. But it does show you how small changes make a huge difference in terms of your attractiveness. What Tim does is find the things that he actually likes wearing and invests in those clothes. The great thing about fashion these days is you could find amazing stuff without having to pay a lot. If you're an adult like me, you could buy one new great piece each month and slowly build your wardrobe into something outstanding. If you're younger and on a budget, check out stores like Zara, H&M, and look at the sales racks at Urban Outfitter and Nordstrom. I have a style hint for you. People are starting to wear jeans less and less. Start looking at chinos and dress pants and pair them with a turtleneck, sweater, a rugby shirt, or a really well-made t-shirt. But the one thing I do recommend you invest in is your haircut. I'm serious when I say you should probably be paying at least $100 for your haircut. Some of you might think this is ridiculous, and why don't you just get a $50 haircut when it'll almost look exactly the same? Yes, almost. It's that little extra oomph in a meal or a song or a look that brings you to the next level. It gives it that je ne sais quoi that Timmy has. Trust me, if you spend as much time investing in yourself as you did your gaming chair, people will notice a difference when talking to you. Okay, now that I got the superficial part of this analysis out of the way, let's move into his personality and why girls are going crazy for him. When we watch him in movies, award shows, or on social media, he seems impossibly cool. But looks can be deceiving. Take just a half a step further and you'll find Timothée is quite the opposite. Watch this clip of him on The Tonight Show and see what I mean.
You know, I had one rule for myself when I came out here, and it wasn't to go, oh my God, I'm doing this for the first time. Yeah. And that is exactly what I'm doing. So, but you're doing great.
He's nervous, awkward, self-conscious, playful, and it's great. He comes off charming instead of pitiful. Why? If you come to this channel often, you know how I teach that charm is about balance. Rude and polite, graceful and messy. Here, Tim is part suave and part kid-like. If he was just one or the other, it wouldn't work. Check out this interview he did with Emma Stone.
And we don't have to talk about that because I guess it's not so much movies, it's more like mental health and stuff. But I remember reading something about that where you said that when you were younger, you dealt with that kind of stuff. And truly, I'm not even just saying this is around when I'm getting manic.
Notice how he gets so nervous in front of Emma that He even has to consciously force himself to calm down and break his mania. But that's not the kicker of why Timothée Chalamet is so charming. It's not only the balance he has, there's one big thing that I believe attributes to not only his insane levels of talent and success, but also his attractiveness. It's his passion for acting. Going through all of Timothée's interviews, it is abundantly clear that he is absolutely in love with the art of acting.
In my humble opinion, at 17 years old and as a very, very young artist, what I've learned is that the best thing you can do is just fail. Is to really just fall flat on your face. So if anything, if you get rejected, if you don't even get an honorable mention or any of that crap, that's more juice for your art. That's more inspiration. You know, it's awesome to be on a great TV show and all this stuff, but the best is like when I can get up in front of a class like today and, you know, do a monologue or something that kind of just falls flat and nobody really gets and the comedy doesn't hit. That's like where it's like, where you can go back to the drawing room and you're really humbled and you can really figure stuff out again.
It's oozing out of him every time he speaks. He not only cares about acting itself, but acting as his career. Notice how all of the movies he's been in have been important stories, not just a plotless blockbuster with no heart. He mentions that he wants to take on roles that are relatable to young people, where he can express what others might be going through in their own lives. I believe this is what Lily Rose sees in Timothée, as she likely sees it in her own father as well, them both being dramatic actors. When a person sees how passionate you are about something, anything, it is one of the most attractive, charming qualities you could possess. Remember, I don't teach surface level social skills that emulate a charming person. Instead, I want to get you to the core of what makes a person absolutely magnetic and help you dive in. When you find something you're passionate about, something that you could talk about all day with someone, something you could spend 24/7 working on improving yourself in, something that excites you and is what you think about when you're eating, commuting, sleeping, this is a fire inside of you that not only turns others on, but also inspires them to find their own passion in life. If you liked this video and are passionate about improving your own relationship skills and meeting amazing people in your life, hit the subscribe button now and leave a comment for who you'd like me to cover next. I want to just let you know how appreciative I am that you're watching this video, and I hope to see you tomorrow for a new one.